Hello friends, welcome to Vigyan Shala. Today we are going to start chapter number 10 of grade 10th, Light, Reflection and Refraction. This is one of the most important chapter of physics. Topics to be discussed. We will begin with introduction of chapter, reflection of light, spherical mirrors and refraction of light. Friends, we can see variety of objects in our surroundings during daytime. But to observe same objects at night time, we need light. Because at night time, surrounding becomes dark. Now, during daytime, sunlight is the source of light which helps us to visualize different objects. But at night time, we use artificial source of light to observe same things. So, what is light? Actually, light is defined as the form of energy that helps us to visualize objects around us. Now, how is this possible? How light helps us to visualize objects? By one of its property that is called reflection. Yes, when light falls on any opaque object, it reflects back and is received by our eyes. This enables us to see variety of objects. So we are able to see through transparent medium as well. ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम के आर पार देखा जा सकता है, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं पारदर्शी माध्यम. सो ये कौन सी प्रॉपर्टी की वजह से देखा जा सकता है? दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ अनदर प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ लाइट विच इज कॉल्ड रिफ्रैक्शन. सो बोथ reflection and refraction are the properties of light which we are going to study in this chapter. Many phenomena associated with these properties can be observed in our day-to-day life, such as formation of images by plane mirror, twinkling of stars at night sky, bending of light by some medium, and so on. Hence, in this chapter, we will discuss about these two properties of light in detail. Now let us understand what is the meaning of reflection of light. Friends, जब हम लाइट को किसी ओपेक ऑब्जेक्ट पे इंसिडेंट करते हैं तो वो लाइट उससे टकरा के किसी दूसरी डायरेक्शन में चली जाती है. से फॉर एग्जांपल वॉल. जब आप दीवार पे लाइट को इंसिडेंट करोगे तो वो उससे टकरा के किसी और दिशा में चली जाएगी. इस प्रॉपर्टी को हम कहते हैं रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ लाइट. So when light is incident on an opaque object, it bounces off. This phenomena is called reflection. Now, reflection of light can be classified into two types, depending upon the surface on which the light is incident. If the light is incident on plane surface, then it will reflect back with the same angle by which it was incident. Such a reflection is called regular reflection. और रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन का एग्जाम्पल है प्लेन मिरर. ऐसा इसलिए बिकॉज जब लाइट रेज उस पर पैरेलली इंसिडेंट होती हैं तो वो पैरेलली रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाती हैं, जैसा आप इस इमेज में देख सकते हो. इफ द लाइट रेज आर इंसिडेंट पैरेलल ऑन द प्लेन सरफेस, दे विल रिफ्लेक्ट बैक पैरेलली. देयर विल बी नो डिफ्यूजन ऑफ द लाइट रेज. बट इफ वी टॉक अबाउट रफ सरफेस, अगर रफ सरफेस पे आप लाइट रेस को पैरेलली इंसिडेंट करते हो तो रिफ्लेक्ट होने के बाद वो पैरेलल नहीं रहती, लेकिन सभी रेस का एंगल चेंज हो जाता है. ऐसे रिफ्लेक्शन को हम कहते हैं इररेगुलर और डिफ्यूज्ड रिफ्लेक्शन. और इसका एग्जाम्पल है सरफेस ऑफ बुक्स, सरफेस ऑफ वॉल्स एक्सेट्रा. जितने भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स हमारे सराउंडिंग में हैं उन सभी का सरफेस रफ होता है, लाइक डोर, टाइल्स एंड सो ऑन. बट अगर हम बात करते हैं प्लेन मिरर की या फिर स्टेनलेस स्टील, ये दोनों ही प्लेन सरफेसेस में आते हैं और इन पे हमें रेगुलर रिफ्लेक्शन देखने मिलता है. नाउ इन लोअर स्टैंडर्ड्स वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन. लाइट ऑल्सो ओबेज लॉज ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन as discussed in lower standards. That is, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, and the incident ray, the normal to the mirror at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in same plane. So these two laws of reflection are obeyed by light. So you can see in the figure, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Also, the incident ray, the normal at the point of incidence, and the reflected ray all lie in one plane. These laws are applicable to all types of reflecting surfaces, such as plane surface as well as spherical surfaces. We have already studied about image formation by plane mirror. Let's recall what are the properties of image formed by plane mirror. Number 1, plane mirror forms virtual and erect image. What is the meaning of virtual image? Image which is not formed on the screen but is formed inside the mirror is called virtual image. Erect का मतलब होता है सीधी, और इसी का अपोजिट इन्वर्टेड का मतलब होता है उल्टी इमेज. तो मिरर में हमेशा सीधी इमेज बनती है. नंबर 2, साइज ऑफ इमेज इज सेम एज साइज ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट. अगर आप खुद को मिरर में देखते हो तो जैसा आपकी बॉडी का साइज है वैसा ही आपकी इमेज की बॉडी का साइज होगा. देयर विल बी नो चेंज इन साइज ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. थर्ड, इमेज इज फॉर्म्ड फार बिहाइंड द मिरर. सो जैसा अभी बताया, वर्चुअल इमेज जो है वो मिरर के अंदर फॉर्म होती है. एंड नंबर 4, इमेज इज लेटरली इन्वर्टेड. दैट मीन्स लेफ्ट राइट रिवर्सल. तो जैसा आप यहाँ पे इमेज में देख रहे हो, जो लेटर P है वो मिरर में इस तरह का उल्टा दिखेगा. दिस इज कॉल्ड लेटरल इन्वर्जन. इवन अगर आप अपना राइट हैंड मिरर के आगे दिखा रहे हो तो मिरर के अंदर आपको वो लेफ्ट दिखेगा. सो दिस लेफ्ट राइट रिवर्सल इज कॉल्ड लेटरल इन्वर्जन. नाउ let us understand what is the meaning of spherical mirrors. Mirrors which have curved reflecting surface, either inwards or outwards, are called spherical mirrors. They are classified into two types. Number 1, concave mirror, and number 2, convex mirror. अब हम इन्हें spherical mirrors क्यों कहते हैं? It is because वो एक sphere का छोटा सा पार्ट है. जैसा आप यहाँ पे इमेज में देख सकते हो, एक बड़ा सा बॉल, उसमें से एजेस पे दो कर्व्ड सरफेस कट किए हैं. एक तरफ आउटर पार्ट जो है वो रिफ्लेक्टिंग है, जिसे हम कहेंगे कॉन्वेक्स मिरर. दूसरी तरफ इनर पार्ट जो है वो रिफ्लेक्टिंग है, इसे हम कहेंगे कॉनकेव मिरर. सो स्फेरिकल मिरर्स आर क्लासिफाइड इनटू टू टाइप्स डिपेंडिंग अपॉन which part of that surface is reflective. A mirror which has inner curved surface reflective is called a concave mirror. It is also called converging mirror because it converges all light rays at one point, which is called focus. So you can see in this ray diagram, when number of light rays are incident on concave mirror, they all converge after reflection at one common point, which is called focus. Same way, a mirror which has outer curved surface reflective, it is called convex mirror. It is also known as diverging mirror. So you can see in the ray diagram, when again number of light rays are incident on convex mirror, they all diverge in different paths after reflection. So concave mirror is also known as converging mirror, whereas convex mirror is known as diverging mirror. अगर हम स्फेरिकल मिरर का आउटर पार्ट सिल्वर पॉलिश से कोटिंग कर दें तो उसका इनर सरफेस रिफ्लेक्टिव बन जाएगा और वो कहलाएगा कॉनकेव मिरर. सेम वे, अगर हम स्फेरिकल मिरर का इनर पोर्शन सिल्वर पॉलिश से कोटिंग कर दें तो उसका आउटर कर्व पार्ट रिफ्लेक्टिव बन जाएगा और ये कहलाएगा कॉन्वेक्स मिरर. सो इस तरह से दोनों मिरर्स बनाए जाते हैं. Now let us try to understand with the help of an activity what kind of images are formed by spherical mirrors. In order to perform this activity, we need to take a large shining spoon and try to view our face in its curved surface. Do you get the image? Is it smaller or larger? Now move the spoon slowly away from your face. Observe the image. How does it change? Again, reverse the spoon and repeat the activity. How does the image look like now? Compare the characteristics of image on the surfaces. So जब आप इनर सरफेस में अपने फेस को देखने की कोशिश करोगे तो आपको इस तरह का टेढ़ा इमेज, दैट इज इन्वर्टेड इमेज दिखेगा, और जब आप उस स्पून को दूर लेके जाओगे तो उसकी साइज छोटी होती जाएगी. सेम वे अगर आप बैक पोर्शन पे अपने फेस को देखने की कोशिश करोगे तो स्पून का जो पीछे वाला हिस्सा है उसमें आपको सीधी इमेज दिखेगी, लाइक द सेकेंड वन, और उसका साइज चेंज नहीं होगा, इट विल रिमेन एज इट इज. सो दिस इज हाउ images are formed on curved surfaces. Now before we move further on spherical mirrors, we need to recognize and understand meaning of few important terms. Number 1, center of curvature. Now it is defined as the center of hollow sphere of a glass of which the mirror is a part. So you can see in this image, assume that this is a whole sphere and the edges or the corners of the sphere are the spherical glasses. Now the geometrical center of the sphere can be defined as center of curvature, which is denoted by symbol C. Similarly, what is radius of curvature? Radius can be defined as the distance between center and the outer portion of the mirror. So here you can see it is denoted by symbol R, which is like a radius of a circle. So as we define radius of circle as distance from center to outer part of circle, in the same way radius of curvature can be defined as distance from center of curvature to the outer part of the mirror. Third term is pole. Now pole can be considered as the center point on the surface of a spherical mirror. So here you can see this is the spherical mirror and the center part of the spherical mirror is considered as pole, which is denoted by symbol capital P. Principal axis. Now principal axis is an imaginary line which is passing through pole and center of curvature. It is just like axis of Earth. How Earth rotates on an imaginary axis, and that axis passes through the pole of the Earth, that is North Pole and South Pole. In the same way, here principal axis passes through pole and center of curvature of the spherical mirror. And aperture. Now aperture is actually diameter of this curved surface. You can see M and M dash. This distance is considered as aperture of the spherical mirror. Principal focus. A point at which all light rays intersect together after reflection is called focus. So as discussed earlier, we have seen that in concave mirror, all the light rays, when they are incident parallelly, after reflection meet at one point, which is called principal focus. Same way, if we talk about convex mirror, all the rays diverge in different directions, but if we extend them towards other side of the mirror, then they will meet at one point, which is called focus. And the last term, focal length. Now focal length is the distance between pole and focus of the mirror. So here you can see focal length is the distance between pole and focus. We can also say focal length is the distance which is half of the radius of curvature of spherical mirror. Now let us understand with the help of an activity how we can determine focal length of any mirror. We have to take a concave mirror and hold it in our hand and direct it towards sunlight. Direct the reflected ray by the mirror onto a sheet of paper held close to the mirror. Now, as soon as you will hold your concave mirror and direct it towards sunlight, it will converge all the light rays at one point. Now, we have to focus that point on a sheet of paper. Now, move the sheet of paper back and forth gradually until the paper gets a bright or sharp spot of light. We have to do this so that we can obtain a sharp spot of light on that paper. Now hold the mirror and the paper in the same position for a few minutes. What do you observe and why? So in order to understand this, we perform this activity. We take a concave mirror, direct it towards sunlight, and we hold a paper in front of it. You can see a bright spot appearing on the paper, which makes the paper start burning. Actually, this bright spot is nothing but it is the image of sun. This makes the paper start burning. The paper at first begins to burn, producing smoke. Eventually, it may catch fire. Why does it burn? It's because the light from the sun is converged at a point as a sharp bright spot by the mirror. In fact, this spot of light is the image of the sun on the sheet of paper. This point is the focus of concave mirror. The heat produced due to the concentration of sunlight ignites the paper, and the distance of this image from the position of the mirror gives you approximate focal length of the mirror. So this is the method of finding out focal length of any spherical mirror, especially concave mirror. Now let us understand what type of images are formed by spherical mirrors. Friends, हमने already plane mirror की images के बारे में study किया. We have seen what type of images are formed by plane mirror. Plane mirrors हमेशा virtual images form करती हैं, which is formed inside the mirror and not on the screen. उनकी images का size same to same object जैसा ही होता है और वो images laterally inverted होती हैं. But let's talk about spherical mirrors. How we can locate the image formed by a concave mirror for different positions? Are the images real or virtual? Are they enlarged, diminished, or have the same size like object? So in order to understand, we shall explore this with the help of an activity. First of all, we have to take a concave mirror and we have to find out its focal length, just as discussed in previous activity. हमें concave mirror को एक object की तरफ face करना है और उस object की एक sharp image बनानी है एक screen पे. जैसे ही screen पे sharp image बन जाती है, उस image से लेके mirror तक का distance find करना है. That will be the focal length of mirror. Now we have to note down the value of focal length. Second step, we have to mark a line on a table with the help of a chalk or pen. Place the concave mirror on a stand and place the stand over the line such that its pole lies over that line. Now draw two more parallel lines to the previous line such that the distance between any two successive lines is equal to the focal length of the mirror. These lines will now correspond to the positions pole, focus, and center of curvature of the mirror respectively. Now keep a bright object, say for example a burning candle, at a position far beyond C. Place a paper screen and move it in front of the mirror till you obtain a sharp bright image of the candle flame on it. Now observe the image carefully. Note down its nature, position and relative size with respect to the object size. Again repeat the above activity by changing the distance of object. First keep it at C, then beyond C, between F and C, at F, between P and F. In one of the cases, you may not get the image on the screen. Identify the position of the object in such a case, then look for its virtual image in the mirror itself. Note down and tabulate your observations. So according to the steps of activity, सबसे पहले हम अपना मिरर एक प्लेन शीट ऑफ पेपर पे रख देंगे विद द हेल्प ऑफ अ स्टैंड, और वहाँ पे हम मार्क कर देंगे P, which will be considered as pole of the mirror. Now with the help of scale, हम फोकल लेंथ जितने डिस्टेंस पे एक और वर्टिकल लाइन ड्रॉ करेंगे और उसे हम मार्क कर देंगे F, दैट इज फोकस, और फोकस से अगेन फोकल लेंथ जितने डिस्टेंस पे एक और लाइन मार्क करेंगे जिसे हम नाम देंगे कैपिटल C, दैट इज सेंटर ऑफ कर्वेचर. अब एक्टिविटी शुरू करेंगे. First of all, we will place the candle at infinity, that is very far. So its image will be formed at focus. You can see on the paper screen, size of the image is highly diminished, that is point size. And the nature is real and inverted. It's because it is formed on the screen, that's why it is a real image. So we can understand with the help of a ray diagram. When the candle is placed beyond infinity, we obtain its image at focus. Now, second, we will place it beyond C, means C के पीछे, then its image will be formed between F and C. Now, size is diminished, that is small, not point size, but it is little bit small compared to the flame size. But again, the nature is real and inverted. So again, we can understand this with the help of a ray diagram. When the object is placed beyond C, its image is formed between C and F. Size is diminished, but the nature is real and inverted. Now place the object at C, that is center of curvature. Then its image will be also formed at center of curvature. Right now the size of image is same as the size of object, that is flame size will be comparatively same, but again the nature is real and inverted. So again understand this with the help of ray diagram. When the object is placed at C, its image is also formed at C. Now when we place the object between C and F, then its image is formed beyond C. You can see in the screen, right now the size of image is little bit larger compared to size of object, but the nature is again real and inverted. So let's understand again with the help of ray diagram. When the object is placed between C and F, image is formed beyond C. Now let's place it at F, that is focal length. At focus, the image will be formed at infinity. Now the size of image flame will be highly enlarged compared to the size of object flame. But nature is again real and inverted. Now again understand with the help of ray diagram. At last, we will place the object between P and F. अब आपको इमेज स्क्रीन पे नहीं दिखेगी. No image will be obtained on screen, but instead it will be seen inside the mirror. That means at last we will obtain virtual image. So this is the only case where you will get virtual and erect image, and the size of image is larger compared to size of object. So when we place the object between P and F, its image is formed behind the mirror. So this brings us to the end of first part of chapter number 10, light reflection and refraction. In the next part, we will discuss about representation of image formation by spherical mirrors using ray diagrams. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vigyan Shala, and also press the bell icon for more notifications of new videos.